Well, it seems as if you are all fools, my friends. It seems as if it has taken this intellectual giant to show us the error of our ways. You thought you were holding to account the criticisms, skepticisms, or just talking about, not even holding to account, just talking about, just discussing counterpoints. And what you thought you were using was this spuriously and selectively imposed definition of free speech, pushed by the armchair detective. But no. You were all just being mean bullies. Mean and nasty bullies. And this was relayed today to the YouTube community in a long, drawn-out video which reads between the lines as, "If you don't stop disagreeing with me about true crime cases, I'll kill myself." That's what it read like. And it was one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen a grown man do. Do you know what I mean? Dude, there are hobbies, different hobbies other than just death, just obsessing over death. It highlighted another thing that I've noticed about AD as well, and it's these self-compiled private videos, private YouTube videos that he seems to have, that he's uploaded and then kept in like private, so just he can refer to them, I suppose. And there may be other things, but every time I've seen him use this, every single time, it's just, can you guess what subject it's on? That's right, murders, suicides, misery, all the things he seems to live for. How about watching an episode of Yes, Prime Minister? Lighten the mood a little. Anyway, he accused many people of being trolls and bullying him, comparing what he's going through to the bullying which has led to children on social media to kill themselves. Although his list of video examples quickly tapered off into just people who had died for all sorts of reasons, which, he can immediately relate to as a rather self-centered individual. So for example, we had a child that killed themselves because they were getting bullied, and then he had an example of somebody that the YouTube censored them, so they went crazy and they killed someone else, and that was somehow some victims. I don't know ways. It's just, again, because that's not the important part of the videos. It makes these videos like, how can I associate this? And they're just like, yeah, it's horrible. Censorship, that happens to me. It's like, what were you talking about? Anyway, most of his recent arrogance and poison, because there's a sharpness to the way he speaks about these things, has come from the fact that people have noticed his snide and bitter comments. Basically, they requested that the brother of Shannon Watts, killed by Chris Watts, requested that people stop making videos about the case and let the family rest. As the centre of the universe, Armchair Detective immediately knew this was a direct call to him. And in some ways it probably was, seeing as though the same victim's brother had been blocked on AD's live chat while trying to engage in one of the live shows. What followed, it was incredible, was a Chris Watts-esque emotional performance from the Armchair Detective. A lot of, we really tried on this case, but I'm stopping the clock.
Approval of the family photos from Mr. Watts' cell. We felt strongly he should not have those photos in his cell. And it was reported on the People magazine, and you can go and see the petition now. You'll see my name on it. CNN, you'll see Armchair Detective's petition. I did that with your help. We raised nearly 20,000 signatures with your help. I thought I was doing good. So much so that Watts said he can understand why people wanted him to take it down. Those nasty people wanted me to take down the pictures. Yeah, we did. For the sake of Shanann and the Rusek family, we did. How it's come to this, I'll never know. I will never know how it's come to this. Thank you, Weber family.
Which it simulated emotion and genuine sympathy for the Watts family in a robotic and sulking fashion. It was clear to be honest, in my opinion, that he was sick because of the immediate backlash towards channels, most of whom stuck to their guns and went to other things. AD has barely had a show go by without making a snarky comment, however, and he's not as subtle or as clever as he thinks he is. People have noticed his petulant and pathetic behaviour, and they've been calling him out for it. And so he's playing the victim again. Do you know who the victim is, AD? The Watts family. And the families of all the other victims of various crimes and just tragic deaths, apparently, that you compile. And then who you obsess over and then drag out their deaths on the internet, just shove them all over everything to display and remind all the relatives and the people who knew them for your own legions of cat ladies in an attempt to prove whatever point you're making at the time, or in this case to try and associate your victimhood with theirs and garner some sort of, it's sick. It's completely sick. And the fact that you can't see it, well, that's why there's people commenting on your videos.
Goes down every day now, Christopher Lee Watts. First of all, I'm going to show you from the Discovery Files a letter from Massachusetts sent by a psychic. Now, in America, they're good, the police. They take notice of lie detectors, and they do use psychics. A dark entity. All this happens in just 10 seconds when the police enter the Watts household. I want you to look at the top of the screen, top of the stairs. You'll see the balance rail. You will see a dark, rounded object come into sight and move out of sight as they enter. It's all done in 10 seconds. Can you spot it? What do you think it is? Are you ready to watch? Speed. Look at the top of the stairs. Look at it. Look at it. On the left-hand side of the top. It's there. Black. Goes in, goes back. Disappears. Thank you for listening. And I hope this answers any questions. I'll see anybody that's interested on Patreon.
Money.